What is up, guys? In today's video, we're going to talk about the metaverse, and I'm going to explain why it is a psychopath's wet dream, why you should keep away from it, as it's going to be the technology that will enslave billions. Now, that might sound far-fetched, but it's all going to make sense to you by the time you're done with this video. So let's just jump into it. So what is the metaverse? A couple of days ago, Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg came up with this announcement. He said, yo, we are going to rebrand ourselves from Facebook to Meta because we have this big vision, right? This big vision. Now, if you've been paying attention, you might have noticed that over the past several years, Facebook's assets, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, Messenger, they've all kind of been blending into this one amalgamation, this one big mix, social media clusterfuck, right? Where you could do everything between the apps. They're kind of starting to seem the same. And this has all been to plan. You see, Facebook actually acquired this company, I believe, called Oculus, where they have the virtual reality glasses, because their big vision is to create one all-encompassing social media, or a place where everybody can go in this virtual world. You put your glasses on and the real world disappears. Your problems disappear and you can go into this better world of their creation, of course.
Imagine you put on your glasses or headset and you're instantly in your home space. It has parts of your physical home recreated virtually. It has things that are only possible virtually.
Now, before I talk about the downside, which is an extensive list, I'm going to talk about the upside and why some people think that the metaverse or this virtual reality world is a good idea. The obvious upside is the fact that you can connect with friends in a more interactive manner than if you were just, on Messenger or seeing pictures. If I'm in Norway and I have a friend based in Johannesburg in South Africa, I can talk to them and it's all gravy, it's all good. So that's an upside. Zuckerberg also alluded to the fact that we're going to be working from home more often.
Last year and a half, a lot of us who work in offices have gone remote. And while I miss seeing the people I work with, I think remote work is here to stay for a lot of people.
Remote work's going to be more common. That's a bit of a weird seed, a little weird slip of the tongue there. But he said it's going to be more common in the future. So if you have colleagues at work, you can get in this virtual room while you're at your house and actually communicate and work from home as if you're in the office. So these are, quite interesting benefits. It's this whole idea of making life easier, making things more fun, more engaging, connecting people, which is the foundation of what Facebook is all about, supposedly. The downside is that the technology really is a mass hypnosis technology, a mass subconscious reprogramming campaign, just as the digital phones have been, just as the social medias that we are using today are, in a large scale. It's all the same thing. And to understand this, you need to know that human beings tend to form dominance hierarchies. If you read 12 Rules of Life by Joan Peterson, he talks about the lobsters and dominance hierarchies. The same thing happens with humans. We centralize power at the top and the masses at the bottom work to appease the people at the top. So if you look at the past, it was kings, monarchs, queens. They'll be sitting on their thrones, eating grapes and whatnot, while the masses are slaving it out. We have laws now. We have rules, supposedly, that stop that type of stuff from happening. So we become more sophisticated now. Instead of having very overt and obvious power structures that are opposing the masses, we have governments, we have big tech companies. And in the case of these big tech companies, the way they keep their control is through the mass hypnosis, by controlling the inputs you see, by controlling the frequency of the messages you see. They reprogram your subconscious mind to do what they want. That's why Facebook became such a huge company. It influenced the buying habits of people, through pulling people in with the good content, with the pictures, with the social aspect of it. They were able to mine data with AI and then better show the right advertisements to the right people and make a shit ton of money. That's their business model. So this is the next step. You know, if you could brainwash so many people just with 2D screens, imagine what you can do with a 3D reality. And it reminds me of the film The Matrix, which is one of my favorite films. In The Matrix, Neo realizes that something's wrong, and he realizes that his world is a simulation. He's in the Matrix. And when he escapes the Matrix, because of Morpheus and some other people, he wakes up to the truth that his whole life he's been plugged into this bot or this simulation, and he's been used as a robot. And this is the fate for most of humanity. They've been used as batteries for the robots, where their life energy is just being sucked out, and these machines are able to be energized and travel around and do whatever the fuck they want. It's the same thing here. The average human being is going to have a shitty life because they're going to wake up, go to work, likely at a shitty job that they are not happy with, the 9-to-5 grind. They're going to be disappointed with their life, come back home and escape into the metaverse. And the metaverse is going to be exciting, it's going to be fun. So traveling in the real world, they get to travel to Egypt in the metaverse. They get to see whatever they want to see, go to alien planets. They get to probably create their own girlfriend or something, create their boyfriends and be rich or whatever. Meanwhile, whilst getting programmed by Facebook, whilst getting censored by Facebook. You see, the world is going to be very different with technologies like this because the masses are not going to be able to see the trick that's being played on them. They're going to just take it for what it is and say, oh, this is a fun thing. But you always have to look at the incentives. What is Mark Zuckerberg or Facebook's incentive for creating this technology? What are they getting on the back end of this technology? Are they really trying to increase, connection? Are they trying to make the world the most social place, or are they trying to gain control? Are they trying to censor? Are they trying to decide what inputs go into your mind? And it's going to be a lot easier when it's all encompassing in this 3D virtual world. Why would they do something like that? That's why I say it's a psychopath's wet dream, because in reality, they don't really give a shit about you. They don't really give a shit about connection or people being social. Just watch Zuckerberg. This is a bit of an ad hominem attack, but just look at the guy. Do you think he's really that social, or that he's been out and about?
We got one. Mark, are the allegations true that you are secretly a lizard? I'm gonna have to go with no on that. I am not a lizard. But keep the high quality comments coming in.
Or he's kind of been that awkward, weird kid all his life, and this is his chance to really kind of gain power, to get back at the people that bullied him. That seems to be a pattern with a lot of these Silicon Valley tech giants. They were these troubled, traumatized kids, and now through their intellect, through their genius, have made billions of dollars and can pull the strings of the world. You don't need a degree in ethics or morality to be the king of this world. It seems that if you have enough money, if you have enough power through technology, you can shape the destiny of human beings. And that's what's been happening. The world is becoming less social, despite all these social platforms, social distancing, keeping away from each other, being afraid of connection, real connection, being content with mediocrity. That's what's being pushed these days. Fat shaming is bad. We are all exactly the same. He is she is he. Everyone's beautiful. It's this kind of big shit show that's happening, and it's all by design. So I'm hoping you wake up to it. You don't engage in technology like this, or if you do engage, understand what it is and use it for a specific purpose. Don't let it use you, because that seems to be the pattern with a lot of these technologies. There's so many people that play video games. I recently got a new Xbox. My girlfriend got it for me, and I've been playing it, and that's fun. But it has an allocated slot in my life. I know when I'm gonna play it. I know that it's just for fun, just to chill out. But most of my day, I'm grinding. I'm working on my life's mission. I got a vision, and that is where the tenacity goes towards. A lot of people don't have that. They don't have a North Star to go towards. They don't have something to work for. So this is going to be everything for them. This is just going to be it. You're already seeing it with the video games. The video game industry is already far surpassed movies. You know, like Hollywood's not as big as the video game industry. Now imagine what's going to happen when virtual reality comes in. It's going to be game over for so many men as they succumb to the hypnotic suggestions of their masters. Anyway guys, I'm not trying to scare you, just trying to make sure that you are aware of what's going on. Don't go into anything blindly. Do this and I promise you'll be one step closer to living and dying well. Thanks for watching the video. I appreciate you. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel and click the bell notifications so we can see more of each other. Until next time.